Hey guys, welcome to Season 2, Episode 15 of Castle. Here we go. Baseball?
Tell me, Sia.
Interesting.
What do I hold in my hand now?
Graham's teaching me how to read minds.
And she is a natural. Much better than you were at her age.
And I'm very proud. Why the sudden foray into the mysterious realms?
It's a genealogy project for school. Half of the assignment is to collect stories from family members.
You can
I had
read
no idea that
minds?
Graham's folks had a mind-reading app in Coney Island.
Yeah, they were very famous in that day.
That must be Beckett.
How did you know?
It's after 10. On a weekday. Who else is it gonna be?
Honestly.
Oh, she is good.
Brilliant.
His wallet's missing. If it was a robbery, I bet my week's salary that the killer didn't know who was rolling.
You ID'd him without a wallet?
Unfortunately.
You know the guy?
Everybody in New York knows the guy.
Uh-oh.
Cano Vega, the baseball player.
Yeah.
Cano Vega, are you sure?
He was my first round draft pick in my fantasy league 3 years running. 314 batting average, 4 gold gloves, and 1 championship ring.
I almost caught one of his homers once. We just came to the States from Cuba and my dad took us out to the bleachers.
Oh, that's a big
You're a
dad.
baseball fan.
It's genetic.
Someone used his head for batting practice. 36 ounce into the back of the head. By the look of the spatter, he was hit multiple times.
Dude, do you know how big this
From the
news
temperature,
would be
I'd say
if this was
2,
for real?
Maybe 3 hours at the most.
What's with all this bruising?
Postmortem from the.
It'd be like
ball.
Aaron Judge freaking
Ran for a while till he was
beaten
dead.
to death at a
So,
baseball.
you think a guy like Cano Vega would have a batting cage in his basement? What would he be doing in a sketchy neighborhood in Spanish Harlem this hour of the night?
True.
Maybe because it's Cano Vega Field. Local uniform said that he built it for the community. Wanted to give something back.
So, our killer hit him from here.
And he got blood on his shoe.
Yeah,
I
had to
see
have
as
been
you wrote a sweep, see if anything tracked outside of the
I feel like it might have been unexpected. It could have also been someone he
What
knows
is it? Mamma Mia thing?
getting a frustration kind of
70s,
aspect there.
Love? Yeah, I bet your mom was kind of wild back in the day.
You really need to stop talking now. Do you know where he was earlier in the evening?
He was at my club.
Detective Beckett, Mr. Castle, Tommy Zane, Cano's old teammate.
Killer. I'm just kidding.
No freight train Tommy Zane.
I don't know.
You guys got any leads?
We're looking into it. Mr. Zane, you said that Mr. Vega was at your club last night.
Our club, actually. Cano and I owned it with a couple of other players.
Do you know about what time?
Dropped by about 7, left about 7:30. I didn't really see him. I was with a friend. Excuse me.
That seemed to be a
Mr. Zane,
lie.
do you know of anyone who would have wanted
By
to
her
hurt your husband?
reaction?
It used to be everybody loved him. While Cano was down there, the locals treated him like a hero. Their hero. At a state dinner, Castro came over and shook his hand. When he got home, his friends called him a traitor for going, said he was a lapdog
God.
for Fidel. The same people who cheered when he built that ballpark came up and told him to go to hell. Did he get any threats?
That's crazy.
Hundreds of them.
Who are you?
And all of them courtesy of Alfredo Quintana.
Detective Bobby Fox, Cano's agent. Nice to meet you. Who's Alfredo Quintana?
He's the guy who killed Cano Vega.
Thanks, Carlos.
It's never the guy that they think it is.
Alfredo Quintana.
Cano Vega must pay?
The article's about how Vega betrayed the Cuban community by shaking hands with a monster.
I mean, you
who
have
thousands of their
to
relatives.
go check him
Quintana
out,
says
but
if Vega is going to embrace the brutal regime he once escaped, he would do well to be reminded of its barbarous cruelty.
Well, that sounds like a threat to me.
it's a threat, but I don't.
You turned the local Cuban community against him.
He turned his back on his people when he gave Castro's nod of approval. If you want me to be sorry about what I wrote because he's dead, I'm not. I wrote the truth.
Are you sure that's all you did?
That shit just happened in real life. This just happened in real life. Like a similar
To
story.
express my opinion.
Your foundation.
If you label people as something,
98th Street.
then it's like
That's
evil,
3 blocks
and
away
someone
from
should
the
do
field
something
where
about
the
it. Someone's gotta
body
do
is.
something about
I
it.
think I had something to do with his murder?
Where were you last night between 7 and 10 p.m.?
I was at home with my wife.
Wives make such convenient alibis.
Yeah.
My sons were there as well. As well as my brother.
Do you have anyone who wasn't blood related?
Yeah.
Notary, perhaps?
I am not a murderer.
Are you sure about that, Mr. Quintana? You incited an entire community against him.
Honestly, like...
So from where I'm standing, you might not have swung that bat, but that doesn't mean that you didn't kill him.
You didn't pull the trigger, but hey.
Well,
You definitely played a role.
My gut tells me it's not him.
We should get a warrant, run his subscribers against me.
You're not as guilty as the person who killed him.
no cop in the Castle family tree.
No, us
Sure,
cops
not
are
great.
con artists and circus folks, sir.
Really? So tell me what I'm thinking.
Everybody wearing these damn turtlenecks.
You don't
How is that
care. You want
comfortable?
me to stop talking.
Ooh, that's uncanny.
The area was a little muddy, so we were able to pull a partial on the tire.
Any make and model?
Better. The tire marks are distinctive. They've been patched in 2 spots. Now, those same tire tracks match a car that was tagged in an aggravated assault last year. The assault was committed with a baseball bat by one Anton Wade,
Loan sharking, blackmail.
plus assault with a deadly weapon and 2 A and Bs. Assault and battery. Right. The guy's been seriously bad, dude.
Whoa. Oh, I'm sensing something here that this guy might just be our killer.
Mr. Wade, we have you at the baseball field. Your car was at the crime scene, not to mention your unfortunate history of hitting people with baseball bats. All of that's enough to send you away. So you can play dumb or you can play ball.
Pun intended.
All right, I was there, but I didn't kill him. He was already dead.
You're just paying the cost.
Yeah, you're
He
just
called
now.
me and asked me to meet up with him. But when I got there, I knew how it looked, so I bounced the hell up out of there. Came to me a couple weeks back, needed 200 grand. In my experience, if you need that kind of coin, he got himself into some real bad trouble. The kind of trouble that gets you killed.
Or maybe he couldn't pay your vig.
And you have a little
That's a possibility.
on his head.
The guy owing
He
you
couldn't
money,
pay me.
the killing ain't gonna get you paid. You take his bling, you jack him for his ride, you maybe even bust his kneecaps. But he made his last installment.
No, that's
Beggar
true.
made his
Damn
bid.
it.
We were good.
Just finished a search of Wade's apartment. We found a match to the partial shoe print.
Yeah, but here's the weird thing. It tested positive for blood on the sole, but negative for blood on the rest of the shoe, and negative for cleaning agents.
If Wade killed Vega, then his shoe would have been covered in blood.
So, Wade's telling the truth. He shows up after the murder, tracks
I
some
forgot
blood
that someone stepped
outside of the park.
yeah,
While
in
the
the
real
blood.
murderer gets blood on top of his shoe and leaves little or no trail behind.
Let's
Yeah.
find out why Vega comes back from Cuba and suddenly needs 200 grand.
Okay.
Cuba, good idea.
Cuba.
I'll bring the mojitos, you get the beach towels.
Oh, I don't know, Cass. Me in a swimsuit under the hot, blistering sun.
I'd be happy to rub lotion on you.
That's okay. I was actually thinking of something a little bit more local. Like the man who arranged the entire trip to Cuba. Bobby Clark.
But then, hold up.
That's a good idea.
Why?
But the lotion
That's his
on
agent.
people's hands,
No, thank you.
very soft hands. Did you just use the word veritable?
Yes, I did.
Sexy.
You should hear me say fallacious. Bobby Fox, agency, please hold. Can I help you?
I need to see Mr. Fox.
Do you have an appointment?
No.
I think he can squeeze me in.
Rick? Rick Castle.
Hey, Skipper. I have not seen you since the big move.
How are you, Joe?
No freaking way!
Omega thing.
I know, it's sad. And you two were friends. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was a great
She's
kid.
me too! Oh my god!
It's just been very sad.
We're actually here to talk to Mr. Fox about it. This is Detective Kate Beckett.
Hi.
Beckett. Kate. Detective. Thank you.
Very nice meeting you.
Oh, that's
Well, good luck on the
insane.
case, and I'll say a prayer for you guys.
Thanks.
By the way, say hi to him on for me, okay?
Will do, Joe.
Okay.
That is so cool. That's insane.
The office is over. Yeah, his office is.
He was a good guy, Ken.
He risked his life to leave. Why would you want him to be the poster boy for the new Cuba?
No, I didn't. I was just as surprised as anyone that he wanted to do it. After everything I did to get him out back there.
Why would
Have
you do that?
heard this story?
No.
You're gonna like this, Castle. It's like one of your books. Rolex. I gave him my shiny new Rolex, and he just looked the other way. This goes to show you how the socialist is a capitalist. Backs are turned.
Is it possible that he took the Cuba job because he needed the money?
Well, it's possible, yes. God knows those guys know how to blow through money.
Maybe Vega worked for the State Department. Maybe he was sent to shake hands with Fidel in a secret attempt to release a biotoxin into her system. Well, the Russians built sushi with radioactive bologna, but it's more far.
I think this is at the point where it was like way beyond killing Fidel Castro.
In this case, your attacker's first swing landed a little south of his head.
How far south?
Enough to make him a soprano.
Oh. Should want a cup.
Lacerations around the patella suggest Mr. Vega was on his knees when he was hit on the head.
So our attacker could have been anyone.
Man,
that might be a
or
woman.
Child. That's not why I called. Among all the fresh bruising, we also found significant subdermal bruises that weren't quite as fresh.
He was in a fight.
A couple days ago.
What's this shape right here?
A ring.
Not just any ring. Championship ring.
Left-hand ring finger. Just like his old teammate, freight train Tommy Zane.
That doesn't mean he killed him, though.
Doesn't it bother you that you don't know who your dad is?
No? Why does it bother you?
It's like, I have this family tree, and there's a whole chunk of it missing. There's a whole part of my history that doesn't even exist.
Ooh.
I mean, really, how could Gran not know?
And he invented whipped cream.
Dad, you're gonna spoil your dinner. No.
Yeah. She's the adult of the family.
Mr. Zane?
25 guys have this ring.
Do they all wear it on the left-hand ring finger?
Some of them, yeah.
Do they all have abrasions on that finger that are consistent with assault?
Oh.
What happened, Mr. Zane? Was Cano tired of dumping money into this club?
He didn't care about the money.
Then what was it?
His wife.
His wife, you and she were...
No. But he thought...
So Vega was having an affair.
I'd seen him with a girl. Young Cuban. I figure after his visit, he was missing home. Anyway, he saw me leaving his house that night, and when he asked Maggie why I was there, she got evasive.
So
A
naturally,
young
he thought she
Cuban?
was having an affair of her own.
Came after me swinging.
His wife suddenly changed when he got back from Cuba. Maybe it wasn't Cuba. Maybe it was the girl. That could explain the 200 grand
She is
maybe he needed
Cuban.
for the girl.
And why he needed to borrow money from a loan shark without her finding out.
But Maggie Vega did find out. So, she decides she's not going to take it anymore. She considers divorce, but what about the endless hours of scrutiny, the public humiliation in the media?
Not to mention that she'd only get half. Assuming there's no prenup.
But if she kills him, she gets everything.
She knows where he's going to be, alone, at night. She goes there. He trusts her.
I feel like a woman killed him.
She moves in close.
She smiles, picks up a bat, thinks of everything that he's done to her, starts with the family jewels, and ends with the family fortune.
That's a good, hey.
Crazy. Why would I kill my husband?
Because you thought he was having an affair. Mrs. Vega, where were you on the night of your husband's murder?
At home, alone. You can check the security tapes if you want. So, it's true then? He was seeing someone else.
We don't know that for sure.
I do.
That doesn't necessarily
He
mean...
was in love with her.
Oh.
Her name is Laura. He went into the city that day, didn't get home until 10:30. That's when I knew.
Mrs. Vega.
Why do I feel like it could be like his sister or something?
Your husband's murder. Why didn't you tell us this before?
Or someone he knows from the past. I don't know. It could be just an affair.
Home security videos confirm Mrs. Vega's
Everything's
story.
just pointing towards that, so I feel like there's gotta be like a twist.
Where are we on the girl?
How we doing on the Cuba angle?
Nothing yet. Why?
Just got a call from the Lou over in Union City, New Jersey. Vega was involved in a shouting match at a restaurant in Little Havana with one of their regulars. Apparently the cops were called in to break it up.
Well, why wasn't there an incident report?
Cops kept it quiet at the time of the request of the Cuba consulate.
Because of Vega?
No, because of who Vega was fighting with. Mario Sanchez, head of the Cuba consulate in New York.
He was one of the diplomats that took Vega to Cuba.
What did they fight about?
I don't know, but seeing that they were in Cuba together, I suggest you find out.
When Vega returned, he borrowed $200,000 in cash. Is it possible that he was trying to funnel money to the island? Help some of the locals out, maybe?
Not my watch. Yeah, you can't have that. Rich people sharing their wealth, that's like socialism.
please. The truth is that Cano Vega, like all Americans, was spoiled. When the poverty was before his eyes, it's an unspeakable tragedy. And then, out of sight, out of mind. He didn't know that I was aware. But do you want to know the thing that interested Vega most about Cuba? A girl.
It's this girl, man.
What girl?
It's the same girl. It's gotta be the same
Met a
girl.
lot of locals, kissed a lot of babies.
Vega fell in love with a girl in Cuba.
If you take Sanchez's word.
Why couldn't you just pull the name?
What does this girl have to...
According to the note that the wife found, Vega and Laura were supposed to meet the night before he was murdered. Now, how are they supposed to do that if she's stuck in Cuba?
If she's stuck on the island, how did she end up in that?
I thought she was here.
Club?
There has to be an explanation that makes this all make sense.
There is. The woman standing next to Vega in the picture is not Laura. A resident near the ballpark where Vega was killed, ID'd her. Her name is Ana Rivera. She's a waitress in the neighborhood. Uniform's bringing her now.
What's her connection to Vega?
Cuba. She escaped 6 months ago.
He wanted to talk about my trip here from Cuba. It was like he was obsessed. He wanted to know how I got out.
And what did you tell him? Anna, what did you tell Mr. Vega?
I said my family knew a man. If you pay him lots of money, mi cariño comes and takes you to America.
Mi cariño?
200,000?
He takes you to Jamaica.
Okay, so it's like some smuggling people kind of
It's
thing.
important that you fly because if you come by boat, then they can send you back.
She arrived on the 17th. That's the same day Vega died. That can't be a coincidence.
Anna, you told Mr. Vega how to get in touch with the man who got you out of Cuba.
Yes, he runs a newspaper. Una Nueva Esperanza on East 98th.
Alfredo Quintana, the editor?
Oh boy.
He lied to us.
This is getting deep. Now I have no idea who killed him.
Where's the girl?
What girl?
Mr. Quintana.
This is getting wild.
Are facing human smuggling charges. Do you really want me to add obstruction of justice and aiding and abetting a murder to that? You like the press, don't you? How are you gonna like being linked to Cano Vega's murder?
You know what they'll see? That I saved the girl from under Castro's regime.
For a price?
Yeah, I would have done it for free.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Are you really ready to stake your entire future on some girl you don't even know?
Took her there when I got her to the mainland.
Where?
Union City, Summit Avenue.
Doesn't even look like someone's been living here.
Good to see us here down here. You guys?
Blood.
There's blood.
Alright, so now I think I was on the right track.
And the footprint?
That's harder to nail down. The composition of the dirt is pretty similar to dirt anywhere in the city.
So we can't actually prove that she was at the scene.
I just said it's harder. But there were traces of titanium dioxide in the dirt.
Chalk.
Like what they used to trace lines on baseball fields.
So she heads to the field, takes a little batting practice on Vega's head, heads home, packs her things, and hits the road.
Giving a whole new meaning to the term hit and run.
Beckett, B-E-C-K-E-T-T, badge 41319.
Maybe it was the Cuban government all along. They hated Vega for defecting, so they sent a beautiful spy for him to fall in love with.
Oh, that would be crazy.
He smuggles her back home and bam, he's dead.
Sounds like a castle story.
Yeah.
I'll call it Corazon de Fuego.
Yes, need to detain and contain. All no-fly protocols.
I don't know what to tell you. I've never seen that girl before.
Well, then you should invest in some corrective lenses.
Yeah, honestly.
Our surveillance team saw her coming in here not half an hour ago.
Surveillance team? They're watching us now?
She's a suspect in a murder investigation.
And you expect me just to hand her over to the American authorities?
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez, as I'm sure you're well aware, a country's consulate and its embassy have a different set of rights and privileges. This is only a consulate. You do not have diplomatic immunity.
Nope.
Produce the girl now, or I will get a search warrant and make a public spectacle of your government harboring a criminal on American soil.
Spicy.
No, I did not kill him, please, you have to believe.
Then why did you run? Why did you try to go back to Cuba?
I was afraid the man will kill me too.
What man?
The one who came the night he died, he come to El Piso.
The apartment. Came to the apartment.
There was a man who came to the apartment the night that Vega died, and that's why you were running?
He killed my father.
Your father?
Vega.
Cano Vega is your father?
I knew it wasn't a freaking relationship.
From the beginning, desde el principio.
Did Vega know about this?
Solo se enteró hace un par de meses cuando oyó un rumor que tenía una hija.
Until a couple of months ago, we heard a rumor that he had a daughter.
Well, that's why Vega went to Cuba.
That's why he went to
To see
Cuba.
if he really did have a daughter.
No nos conocimos en ese viaje porque, claro, el gobierno lo estaba vigilando, pero
They didn't actually meet
él
because
me
the
pasó un
government was
mensaje
watching.
que me iba a sacar de Cuba lo más
Yeah, that would have been
posible.
nearly
He
impossible.
got him a message saying that he'd get her out as soon as he could.
The first time I met my father was 3 nights ago.
When he
And I
was...
want to tell you how much suffering he caused. Si mamá se iba con
He
él.
only defected because her mother said that she was going to as well.
Ella cambió de parecer y no quiso irse.
But she had changed her mind at the last minute.
Ella no le abandonó.
All these years, he had thought that she had turned her back on him.
Oh my god.
He never knew that the government had made an example of him.
This man who came to your apartment. Can you describe him for me?
Yes.
Let me get this straight.
No way!
Illegal, claiming to be Cano Vega's daughter. After being in this country for less than 24 hours.
The thing about people who have a lot, Mr. Fox, is that they have the most to lose. I'm sure Vega felt betrayed when he learned the truth.
Yeah, it makes sense now if he would have killed him.
What?
Before, I was like, it doesn't make any sense.
Barcelona, 1992. Only you left out the part where you lied to Cano Vega about helping his fiancée defect.
It's not my fault that you changed her mind, all right?
Truth is, you couldn't get her off the island. But you did know that he'd rather be there with her than here, making big bucks for you in the majors.
So you let him believe that she had changed her mind.
You'd influenced their people before. Manuel Gutierrez, a.k.a. El Pulpo, the octopus. You walked away with the star player of the Cuban national team for a Rolex.
We did a little research. He was the chief witness at her trial.
Was denouncing Vega's fiancé always a part of your plan with El Pulpo, or did you have to pay extra for that? I've heard you're a killer negotiator.
You can't possibly be serious.
When Vega figured out what you had done, he called you from his club and told you to meet him. You know, it's not conjecture. The blood that we found on the driver's side floor mat in your car.
Oh.
That was Vega's blood.
As much as you tried to clean those $5,000 pair of shoes you were wearing while you smashed Vega's skull in, you didn't quite get all of it.
Robert Fox, you're under arrest for the murder of Cano Vega.
What's going to happen to Laura?
She'll stay in the States for a year and then decide whether she wants to apply for citizenship or not.
Oh, I can't imagine her staying. Her last bit of family is gone, and the only person that she knew here is dead.
Well, there is one more person that she should meet.
Oh. I forgot about that.
And that she hoped and he hoped that together you could be a family.
Yo soy Maggie. Mi casa es su casa.
Thank you.
Damn. That his daughter looks equally 12 as she does like 32. I'm like,
Hey, Dad.
I was just thinking about what you said about your dad. How it could be anything you imagine him to be. An astronaut or a pirate.
Whipped cream inventor?
Whipped cream
whipped
inventor.
cream inventor.
There's one thing he can be.
What's that?
A dad. Just a regular dad. Teaching his son how to ride a bike or helping him with homework or having a catch. What if you could have it?
You have a time machine behind the kitchen counter?
What do you say, son? About a game of catch with your old man?
Yeah, I'd like that.
She is the freaking best. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh god, this is gonna be a disaster though, isn't it? You're throwing inside. Oh god.
Ready?
Oh.
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. Great episode. Fantastic. Phenomenal. It is rainy outside. But, oh well. My internet is gone. I don't have internet right now. Luckily, I had the episode offline. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. See y'all next time.